Hey, it's Rich Tehrani. We're here at the IT Expo Tech Super Show. It's 2023, February 2023. This is our 40th event. We really appreciate you watching. We're fortunate enough to have Bernard Breton on the program with us. He's with Adaptiv Networks. Bernard, how are you?
I'm doing very well. It's a pleasure every year to be here at the IT Expo. For us Canadians, it's great to be in Fort Lauderdale in the winter. So thank you for the show being back in the winter. Well done, but it's a great show, so we love being here.
Thanks for being here. So how many months do you need to quarantine when you get home?
None, it's over. No more.
You sure? I think they changed it this morning.
No, they did not.
Well, we're thrilled to have you. I think you might have even made it when they did have quarantines. I think you were one of the Canadians that said, you know what, I'm going to come down, and you did it, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, I did it, and I had to quarantine indeed for the first time, yeah.
So, well, thanks again thanks for being here. Thanks for being here through really thick and thin. For those people who may not be familiar with your company, tell us what you guys do.
Yeah, so we're, Adaptiv Networks is a cloud-managed SD-WAN vendor. So we build an SD-WAN solution, which is really designed for, I would call that the mid-market as sort of the target end customer. Those businesses that have a significant amount of network complexity, yet they don't care for that complexity, they don't want it, they just want to do their business. And our go-to-market is completely indirect, so we do that through a number of partners. So here our primary objective at the IT Expo is really to work with our many partners, continue to build that the partner ecosystem, and continue to also find ways and listen with them, discuss with them, and listen to what their market requirements are. SD-WAN is a market that's now well established, but we bring some unique capabilities in terms of simplicity, in terms of the solution that's really designed for an indirect go-to-market, and getting sort of the finger on the pulse on what our partners are looking for is very key, because at the end of the day, we're only successful if they are with our solution, as we never sell direct.
And SD-WAN has, really proved itself during the pandemic. It became a mission-critical technology. Not that it wasn't before, but it just became indispensable to organizations. They needed to provide service and communicate with customers and even internally. And how did that whole, I guess, those years where so many people were forced to work at home and now we're back in a hybrid model, how has that affected your business?
Well, in some ways it was positive, in some ways it was negative as well, because one of our largest customer base is in the hospitality and retail. Well, they had it harder than others, let's put it this way, right, for those couple of years. But ultimately I would say that what the pandemic's changed is the way businesses and employees see the notion of working. There's a lot more hybrid working that is there, and that is very clear will stay forever. So the environment has changed how communication tools are used, the amount of Teams calls are happening now versus pre-pandemic. I don't have the stats, but I know that it's an order of magnitude more than prior to the pandemic. So what it has created has heightened the understanding of the importance of ensuring that those applications are performing flawlessly. Because when they don't, then your business suffer, and you're suffering from loss of work, you're losing, potentially miscommunicating with one another, ultimately productivity is suffering, right? So you really want to make sure that the network is not hindering your ability to run your business. And as the trend was already there, I mean, the businesses are becoming increasingly more digital, but with the pandemic, it's just heightened the importance of the digital infrastructure. And as a result, businesses out there are saying, well, okay, it's time to be serious about it. It's like not having access to your cloud applications and having access to them in a way that they perform well. It's not acceptable in 2023 anymore. I mean, I live in Canada. Last year, we had a tier 1 telco that had a full day outage. As a result, the ATM processor had no redundancy on the links. You couldn't process ATM for 16 hours in Canada. That's not acceptable in 2022 or 23. So it has really heightened that importance for businesses out there. So I think that it's making SD-WAN even more important. I think it's now understood that if you're anything but a very, very small business, if you don't have an SD-WAN plan, you probably should think twice, because you're behind.
Now, why do companies go with Adaptiv as opposed to others in the market?
Yeah, so the answer is really twofold to that, because there's the end customer, but there's also, and very importantly, the partners, because we don't sell to the end customers, we sell to the partners that are selling to the end customer. Let me start about sort of what are the key attributes of what we do compared maybe to the rest of the market. So we focus on creating simplicity SD-WAN, we pack a lot of tech in our product, but we don't want that tech to be exposed to the customer or even to the partner for that matter. We want to only show the tech that's relevant to be exposed. And consequently, we've designed a solution that is as frictionless and as simple to use as possible while providing amazing capabilities in terms of the general expectation that you would have in terms of network quality for SD-WAN. Now, that's mostly for the customers, but that's true for the partner as well. I think for the partner, there's an aspect that's very unique with our solution, is the fact that we have an environment that's designed for the partner. We have an orchestration platform that has multiple tiers of tenancy, which really allows partners, which in many cases also sell through partners, to really engage in that model without the tool becoming complex, hindering their ability to deploy those go-to-market models that they see fit for themselves.
Fantastic. So what's next for the company, or did we leave anything out?
Yeah, well, this year we're launching our SASE solution. Well, before we're launching a brand new platform this month, a major release of our SD-WAN stack with a lot of new features, a lot of new capabilities like 5G, for example, built-in Wi-Fi, and a myriad of others. And one of those capabilities is going to be in May, our secure access service edge capability. So that's very important. That's been in the works now for more than 18 months. So that's all happening in the next our 8.0 platform is released in February, and our SaaS solution coming in May, so very soon.
Excellent. And how do people find you?
Well, they find us on the web, of course, Adaptiv, networks.com, but also here, booth 435. Of course, the video will be released after the show is over, but we're here every year, but we're fairly easy to find on the web. And plus, businesses sometimes buy our technology without knowing it's ours, because they buy from partners who are white labeling our technology, so it's all fine to us. What we care about is making sure that we deliver a great service and great quality product to our end customers via our network of partners.
Excellent. Thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure, as always.